Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm here to talk to you again about AFK Journey, who graciously sponsored this video again. And if you guys are unfamiliar, I did cover AFK Journey previously in a prior sponsored video when I had access to, the pre-launch of the game, the beta version, if you will, and I had some early access. And I fell in love with the game. So when AFK Journey came to me and said, hey, do you want to do another video sponsored by us? Please and thank. I said, absolutely. But obviously, it's been a little while since the game has been out, right? So it just, I think, did its full launch on the 27th. I had access, weeks ago, and almost like months at this point. I wanted to know if I still loved the game. If you saw the last video, I loved the aesthetic and the sound and the voices and the music and everything that was going on visually and just audio with AFK Journey. And I want to know, I want to get deeper. I want to know if there's more to love. So I invite you to come on this journey with me. No pun intended, but we'll totally take it to see if I still love AFK Journey and if there's even more to love, which, spoilers, there is. So in the meantime, however, let's take a little field trip, if you will, to remember some of the things that I said in my first video with kind of an overview of the game, and then we'll hop into like some new stuff that maybe I didn't cover as in depth last time, or some new things that I kind of discovered this time around. So as you guys might know, AFK Journey officially launched on March 27th across various countries and regions, making it official. The game is out and free to download on iOS, Google Play, and honestly, PC, which, full disclosure, I played on PC, but I've also played on mobile because low-key, I kind of went in and made my own account. So yeah, it feels good on pretty much every platform, but I think ultimately I prefer the PC version. So starting up the game, you start as Merlin, who has had a little bit of forgetful times, shall we say, where you don't really remember a whole lot of what's been going on, and therefore your powers have kind of still been sapped away from you. You journey around a little bit, you notice the town is on fire, literal flames, and then you meet her, the woman of our dreams, and you meet some other knights and people along those lines who are going to help you, and then there's a giant tornado, and I'll save the rest so that maybe it doesn't spoil you, perhaps. Just play it for yourself, you'll see. But overall, the beginning of the game is very similar to what was covered in the beginning. And I still find all of the initial creation of, your main character, your Merlin, just as pleasant. I still find the music and the atmosphere just as delightful. Everything about it, the art style, all of that stuff is still everything that I loved, and somehow more weeks after the fact. It's also worth noting, again, just in case you missed it last time, AFK Journey is not just an idle game, but it is a fantasy RPG that is actually open world, okay? And it has, obviously a very distinct art style. The gameplay is pretty intricate, but it can be autoed, kind of comped and played at the same time. So it's almost as difficult as you want to make it. But there do happen to be some more challenging puzzles down the road. And then, obviously the name AFK is pretty legendary at this point. I think anybody in gaming, I guess, has probably heard of AFK Arena. This is the successor to that, but it is also notably different. Right, so that's an important thing to distinct. It's not just some sequel, we'll say, right? It is very much its own world and its own game. Okay, so first, let me talk to you about this, right? So first off, right off, Journey's gift. This is kind of huge, okay? You're gonna get some stuff just for logging in, okay? And there's no limit. This doesn't expire. But the thing that I think is absolutely bonkers, if you recall my last video, we didn't get very lucky when it came to getting our Queen Muriel, right? However, you can actually get her here. I know! You can actually get her here, along with literally every other character. It will take a while, right? But you can actually get a copy of every character, which is kind of nuts. It's kind of nuts. So if you are at least dedicated and you play and log in enough times, then at least for every launch character, you'll be able to pick them up, which is, I think that's crazy. I love this game for its quality of life, but this is like a whole new level. Which, by the way, while we're talking about characters,
don't worry, my flames will never hurt you.
They would never, to be clear. You can see we're already in here, right? On launch, we've already got skins, which no other gacha game I've played has had skins like on launch. So already, if you're wanting to kind of dive into the more embraced aspect of the game, you can enhance character features even more than you I mean, right off rip. So I love that personally, because I am the type of player who just likes to really embellish the characters that he likes, rather than, you know, pull one that's like really broken or super meta or what have you. I'm very much about the voice and the aesthetic, which the game so far, again, I'm several hours in, it is fully voiced, which I love. And while we're talking about the hero login stuff for this all hero reward, it might also be worth noting that by logging in for 7 days and participating in certain events, you can actually get over 200 draws for free, which is wild. This is quite a launch event, I'll say it. And I'm not, well, they are sponsoring me, but I don't have to go out and say nice things about this game. It's one of the reasons that I agreed to the sponsorship in the first place, because I want to give you guys my general feeling about it. And honestly, the quality of life, the rewards, the bonuses, everything is really nice in this game. Which, speaking of, let's go to one that I am particularly a fan of. Okay, now as you can see, I've only done a couple pulls, but I did get my first, you know, S tier. All right, right here.
You desire an audience, and what do you offer?
Love her. So obviously, you know, you can level up. That's great. And we're in this.
The color and clarity are phenomenal.
I mean, was I not going to level up a character named Faye?
Hello.
Obviously. This resonance situation here.
The general has asked me to protect you. Not that you need it.
As your main party, right? But the cool thing is, if you ever want to just swap outside of, you know, your main party, you can just come up here, take a little switch. And did you see what happened? Did you see what happened? These guys are all level 10, right? I have 2 10s and 3 16s in my party. It automatically up levels or upscales whatever party member you're swapping with that level. Okay? And there are some specifications around it. I think the lowest of the top 3 or something along those lines is what the resonance cap's at. But it will automatically allocate the level scaling to whoever you swap into your party with who you swap it from. Does that make sense? So if I swap a 16 for a 10, I get the 10 to be now a 16 in my party. And I think that is so peak. There have been times in other games, we'll say, where I pull a new character, they're level 1, but I need them for a specific quest or some sort of like clear in a game mode, right? And I have to spend all these materials and stuff leveling them up, and it's a time sink in itself outside of the resources that you burn. But here, you can just level up other characters that you use most frequently, and if you ever have to swap on to one for a specific clear of some kind, you just get the automatic level up, which is, oh, it's so beautiful. This alone, oh, it's so good. And obviously it's an AFK game, right? So even as you're playing, you're still playing. It's like playception, right? You're gonna be automatically getting materials and resources just as you play, and you obviously can collect those as you go. The other thing that I think is really neat, you can actually pet the cat. I'm in like the first town that you kind of get to, so I won't spoil a whole lot. But I mean, just look at the map alone. The map alone is pretty. I'm like 30 minutes deep. Okay, story-wise, I'm like 30 minutes deep. All right, that's actually my quest is back here. I was brave this time, and I went into the great unknown, and I just explored, which you can do. I do this with pretty much any open world game I play. And I am delighted to tell you that I can do the same thing here. And the map gets bigger. That's the crazy thing. I am currently blocked because I did not go and do the main story next, which probably would allow me to progress through Hollowstone, down through here, mayhaps. But, I mean, the map... I mean... It's big. it's a big map, dude. So I'm really looking forward to continuing on and seeing what else the world has to offer to that. And as you can see, even the first town you get to, it's so nice and it's so serene, and the music and the aesthetic. I honestly love it, and I love the fact that they couple in a lot of quality of lives that, frankly, other games don't have. So it just kind of becomes this... It's my vibe. That's the easiest way I can explain it. It is my vibe to its core. The aesthetic, the music, the casualness, but also if you want to be a little more hardcore gamer on it, totally you can. The customization and the loadouts, the team comps, all of those things... You can get really sweaty with it if you want, but if not, you don't necessarily have to, because the game is there to help guide you, and you're getting stuff when you're not even playing. So you don't really feel like when you're not logged in playing constantly, you're losing any time. There's no like resource lost with, taking a breather every now and then. And I genuinely love that. So... I guess, overall, do I still love AFK Journey? Yes, I do. And in fact, low-key, my wife has asked how to download and how to play. Which, again, I will say, you can do that on iOS, Google Play, PC is what I prefer. But I genuinely would encourage you to download and give it a shot. And there's some stuff in the description as well as the pinned comment that you can check out if you want to go download it. and see what AFK Journey is all about. I would encourage you to go check it out for yourself, genuinely. Thank you again to AFK Journey for sponsoring this video. I appreciate it very much because, frankly, I just like exploring this game. It's a delight, genuinely, to do something like that. So thank you again to AFK Journey. Thanks to you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.